Okay, so now I will try to show how we upload stuff to MusicBrainz from start to scratch. So the first thing we need to do is to encode the CD. So as you see, I have kind of prepared the CD in advance. I put it inside. It's also imported. You don't see it in here, but it is. So the first thing is like our settings. So this is how we do it. We use variable bitrate encoding. The stereo bitrate is this guy, and the quality is medium high, and sample rate is a typical 44/100. And as you can see, all these, they are pretty much standards. So afterwards, when we are importing the CD, let's go to the imported one. So here you see it's CompMusic album, and as you can see, there are like some problems in the album regarding the characters. So first, we are changing the okay, Turkish, don't forget it. So we are first changing the into right characters in the album, as you can see, and then we will do it for every album or album song. So okay, the next one, hiçbir şeyde gözüm yok. O çeşme. As you can see, there are a lot of problems with the Turkish characters. So please be careful that you are not missing those stuff, because it might then be kind of hard to go back and forth. Like here, it was wrong. This will be kind of tedious, so I might neler ettin sen neler, fine. Sana olan özlemim, fine. Al mendilim, fine. Bir saniye. So the problem is, whichever is uploaded to the CDDB in the first place, they kind of come from the, okay, what is this, UH. I'm referring back to the album cover to understand like what is going on, and it doesn't say anything about UH, so I'm just deleting that. Okay, let's see, gayri dayanamam. Okay, that's fine. So akşam olunca, I think this should be yarelerim sızlar. I don't think there's anything like yere. Yep, minor stuff, but they would make a difference in the end. And you see another one. So even though the song is written like in perfect case and everything, like all the accents, the actual song name is İşte Benim Zeki Müren, or at least it's how it's written in the album cover. So even then there are like some grammatical mistakes. Like it's kind of better to use the cover because it's how they print it out. So don't change the accent or anything. Okay. So now we are kind of ready. Let's do a second check just to be sure. Okay, I can't see any problem. And so now we are going to MusicBrainz Picard. Here. So the first thing we do is we add the album. I put them in here. Zeki Müren, Gözlerin Doyur Gecelerime. This is the album which we have taken. So first cluster them and then do a lookup to see if they have the metadata, and yay. Typically, because it's a famous artist, his stuff are usually there, so you don't really need to put anything this time. So this video then will show like how we will do the next steps. Okay, so we are going to musicbrain.org, go to release, gözlerim doyuyor gecelerime. Okay, as you can see, it's this guy, 15 tracks, so, and the score is pretty big, so it should be this. Yep. So as you can see, it says in here Ben Zeki Müren 2. So I have a box set of this album, like it's a compilation of this artist, and the name of the box set is Bir Sevdalı Şarkılar. So maybe in the box set they kind of made it different. If that's the case, that's fine. So we won't change it, but let's check if there are any problems with these guys. And it seems everything is in fact just fine. Let me do a quick Google research to see if, okay, here there's Amazon one, so we can actually check it from here. MP3 downloads, they will all show them. So it's kind of the official. This is how we will keep. So you see there it's also written UH in here, so maybe sometimes they are not the most true ones, but okay, I will just allow it to be like this. So anyways, now the first thing we need to do is we kind of relate Zeki Müren as the artist, create relationship. So she performed all the vocals, we know these, so if you can fill out these stuff, this would be nice. I mean, if we have addition like information, like we know he is not a guest, not an additional artist. So begin date, end date, we don't really know when the studio recordings were done. So if you feel like putting a edit, go for it. Sometimes putting some URLs will be nice. In this case I think it's all obvious, so I'm just getting it out. So anyways, the next thing we are doing is entering into the songs. As you can see in vocals, we can see Zeki Müren now. So now we need to open a work for this. Like, let's see if this has a Yes, as you can see, every song needs to have a relation to a work. It's like, uh, you are basically relating it to the composition or whatever it is. Like, for example, you can say like Bach's, like one piece of Bach is being played for, like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people, right? So you always relate those recordings or those performances to the actual piece. So this is what we are doing in here. And so this part is also kind of easy. This is a performance of this, so we don't I don't have any info of these, so enter edit. Now it's there, as you can see. So it also kind of links to other performances of these. You can see it's not a duplicate, it's probably also sung in another album, which I actually know Zeki Müren has sung it a couple of times, so it must be coming from another album. So there's no problem. And the composer and the lyricist, because the work is complete, they are there and they are perfect. Like the lyricist is Halit Çelikoğlu and the composer Yusuf Nalkesen, so we know them. So the another thing we might want to do is to check the composer's details. So in these two cases, as you can see, everything is kind of written, so we don't have any problem. So if you can fill them out as much as you can, like doing Google searches and stuff, that would be wonderful. I know these should be kind of complete because I have actually encoded this one in another album, so everything is fine. So as you can see, this is the easiest case. So the next one will be kind of more tedious. It won't be this easy. Anyway, so we are going to the second song. Again, we see the vocals. We will relate this work, and as you can see, it's not seen, but sometimes making a direct search is much better. First of all, it directly checks it, and the second of all, if you have kind of created something in the last couple of hours, as it is usually there for like lyricists or composers, the index search won't find it because it hasn't been indexed yet, but direct search will find it. So it's better if you do both. It's not better if you kind of have to do it anyway. So now it's not here, we will add a work from this editing tab. So hiçbir şeyde gözüm yok. Press gas case in case something happens. Type, well, I think it's safe to say the song because it's in the şarkı form and it's the literal translation. So nothing to care about. I mean, okay, it is, I think, some kind of preference, but it's a song indeed. So now we have the fork open, and as you can see, there are no relationships, so it will be automatically removed. So you kind of relate it to here. I kind of do it in the recursive way. So first I will actually relate it to the lyricist and the composer, and in this case it is the same guy. So it's Fehmi, oh sorry, it's Fethi. The first one was right. Kara Mahmutoğlu. Okay, so oh, he's not here either. Yay. So this is the worst case. Okay, so now we are doing the same thing again. We are adding the artist. So his name is this guy, and you also need to do the sort name. So surname, comma, the names. So in Turkish one is kind of easy. Gender is male, country is Turkey. So I will make a quick Google search to see if I can find any information on him. So it seems there are some stuff for people who can read Turkish. Is kind of makes sense. So 7 October 1942. October is 10 and it was 7, right? Yep. And lots of stuff. Okay. So he passed away in this day. Oh, it's his birthday. Okay. So again, October 1999. So in typical cases, I actually check it from a couple of sources because I mean, internet is not the best source. I will do it later, but for now, in order to not to make you guys sleep, I will just go away. This date might be kind of important in later cases, like if somebody wants to make an analysis of um, like how composers like change their way of working in terms of years. Maybe there will be like cross checkings between like different centuries in composers, or like composers from different places in the world in 20th century. So it's kind of nice for research purposes. And okay, also just to be true. So as you can see now, Fethi Kara Mahmudoğlu in here. In index search, he is not there because he is not indexed yet. So this is the case which I'm talking about. For this, you have to do a direct search, and now we can relate him. So he is both the composer and the lyricist, but we have to relate him twice. So the road field kind of indicates that, but it's not a neat way to do, and MusicBrainz actually encourages you to relate them to both if you know it for sure, which we know in this case. So we will just do it twice. And if you know when it was composed, you can also add them. They are actually again encouraged. I'm not that much of expert in these, so I'm kind of passing those for now. Okay, so now the lyricist, and again we are hitting enter edit, and yay, now our work has the composer and the lyricist, and it's the same guy. So now we are going back to here. So this is the recursive thing I'm mentioning. It's kind of more easier for me. The way you do these, it's up to your style, but now everything is done with the work. I'm relating it to the song. So this is a performance of this guy. Enter edit, and this. So I have actually forgotten something in the previous song and in this one. So this is the tags thingy. In here we have to write the makam, the form, and the usul. So now we will actually check that from this website, sanatmusiğinotaları.com. So it is kind of weird because you kind of have to be redirected from one of these three sites. Okay, I can criticize it's not the best way of making an online database, but okay. So let's have the name of the song. Hiçbir şeyde gözüm yok. And hit search. Damn, it's not found. Let's okay, it's not in the list, so In these cases, if you know it, you can do it. If you don't, you can hope some other person to do it. But okay, let's go to the first one. Gözlerim doğuyor gecelerime. I think this should be here. And yes. So as you can see, it is the right one, and we can write the makam, form, and usul. So the makam is uşak, and for this we actually have a like some guidelines to how to do those. So these are kind of the guidelines which we use, and they are used in Musiki and Mustokur softwares, and I mean they are pretty much the best things you can get in terms of like they are very organized, so we kind of decided to use these. So for example, if you see like, let's go to the makam. If it's evich, for example, this is how we write evich, so it is not like evich or however you want to call it, but it's we use it so we when we actually want to gather them, it will be kind of easier for the search engine to find it. So okay, it is uşak as we have seen it, so let's go back. Makam is uşak, form is şarkı. Şarkı is, I know şarkı is written as şarkı, it's kind of evident, and usul Sofyan. So I think Sofyan should also be that one, yeah. But so for example, sometimes these accents are missing. Let's say the form wasn't şarkı but it was sasemaisi, then it will be kind of that will be different ways. So let's go to usul, yes. So sasemaisi. As you see, if you don't use these accents and you just write it without it, MusicBrainz kind of associates it to two different tags because they are different characters in Unicode. So then if you want to do a search by using the XML stuff in MusicBrainz, then you will actually get like two results. You might want to combine them computationally, but I mean, why not? Just if it's clean in the start, that should be much better. So now as you can see, we have all these. So let me show you, for example, when I click to makam uşak, as you can see, we actually have some of the stuff in here. So this is what I mean. You can fetch them online by using some scripts and whatever. So we have to do it for all of these songs. This is actually what I will do now, but I don't want to make it much longer anymore. So the last thing, let's assume everything is done, you have to add it to the right collection. So right now I'm in the CompMusic account. So as you can see, we have this thingy. We have these 4 collections, which are the main musical styles we are kind of studying in our project. So because I'm online, I'm now putting it. So the only thing I need to do is to click to add to Ottoman. If you don't have the editor rights, like if you don't have access to our account, then you can simply send an email saying like, hey, I have encoded these, the PU IDs are these guys, or the MusicBrainz ID, whichever ones. So you can just send these to us and we will add them to the list. So okay, it seems I have actually forgotten one more thing, which is kind of important, and let's check it. So you know, this album was there before, so it was created, it was looking very well done, but then it's always good that you check because some stuff might be missing. So in here you see that the label is missing, so we will first add this guy, Yavuz ve Burç plakçılık. So it's here, lucky for us. If you have the barcode of the CD, you can put it. I don't have it because I have the box set. It's kind of like in another release. So the other stuff I have kind of checked, like you know, it's official languages: Turkish, script, Latin. The release event is there, so it's actually a very well edited one. I have checked the other ones are quite well done. So this is in cassette format in the year when it was released. I have the CD format, so I can actually make another release of this and relate to it to the same release group. But I'm not doing it right now because it will take, you know, double the time. But that's also another option. And these, like as you can see, let's go back. The seconds are also seen, so this is nice. In some of the ones they are not there, so it's an important one. And so there are no other stuff, so we can just say like we can just put the edit node and say like edit label. These edits they have to go through moderation. So if you first create something, it is typically you are allowed to create it, but if you want to edit something afterwards, it will be like double checked. So that will be not the best way. So try to write everything correct in the first time as much as you can. So anyways, this is the only thing I will be doing. If you have any other, you know, the like info about it, for example, you can relate an URL to it if you have, and those. That's it, and thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. So take care.